This is Fox 13 Business Now.
Hi, Jennifer Burns with Fox 13 Business Now. I am here at Daily Bread and we are talking emergency preparedness. I'm talking with Tim Hemingway. Thanks for chatting with me, Tim.
It's great to be here, Jennifer.
You know, sometimes the last thing on someone's mind is getting prepared in case of an emergency. Why do people need to be prepared?
Well, you know, it's really simple. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You know, there's everything from natural disasters, job losses, unforeseen illnesses. I mean, there's all kinds of things that can happen, can affect your family. If you're prepared for them in advance, it's going to be a whole lot easier to deal with.
Really good point. Now, what are some of the first steps people need to take in order to get prepared?
Well, you know, one of the biggest things with people getting prepared is they think it's this huge, daunting task, okay? And we want people to realize that they're probably more prepared than they think. Okay, most people have basic camping supplies around the house, right?
Sure.
You know, if you take those and you gather those together, you have a lot of the stuff you need for some kind of disaster. So what you need to do first is just take inventory of what you have. Take those items, like I said, camping items, different things, put them in a kit that you can grab and take with you in a case of emergency.
Okay.
Once you have that, then you start looking to things like, you know, food and water and how are you going to provide for those, you know, those essentials during an emergency.
Absolutely. Now, is it important to have a family plan?
Yeah, and this is something that people don't think about very much. They'll think about having a plan put together for their home, but what happens if something happens in the middle of the afternoon and your kids are off at school, you're off at work, your spouse is off at their job? So you need to figure out what the disaster plan is for your company, what the disaster plans are for your kids at school, so you can put a plan together. You know, if something happens and we're all away from home, this is who we're going to contact to tell them we're okay. This is where we're going to meet up. And once again, you should do the same thing for your house. We're going to meet here outside the home. Just have it set up for both, you know, situations, at home and away.
And it sounds like communication's a big part of that as well.
Definitely.
Okay, so what are some of the key elements people need to have in place?
Okay, so one thing I mentioned just briefly was food and water.
Yeah.
Okay, you need to have, well, first you need to have a kit for every member of your family.
Okay.
You should have a bare minimum of 72 hours of food for everyone, but it's recommended to have at least 2 weeks.
I see.
Okay, you need to have good, clean water that you can drink. It's recommended you have 1 gallon of water per person per day. That's a lot of water to store, so you may want to consider getting a water filter. Okay, and once again, that's an item you can use for camping, but keep it with your, you know, your emergency kit. You probably want to consider having a basic kit for your office, for your car, and at home. So you know, you're ready no matter where things happen at. And one thing that everybody needs to look at is special needs. Do you have somebody who is lactose intolerant, who has a gluten-free diet, who's diabetic? You definitely need to prepare for those people.
Now, for more information and request a free sample, visit dailybread.com or call 877-273-2315.
This has been Fox 13 Business Now.